To the same old problems, I thought I solved them. Fell so far, I broke through the bottom. Wound up back at square one, losing a battle that I thought
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Behind the Wall Banter. This is a little YouTube series where we have some banter about random stuff. So this week we got news that Auto Club Speedway will not hold its race in 2021 due to the COVID pandemic. Guarantee you're tired of hearing that, but due to the fact that Auto Club is in California. California ain't going to open up anytime soon, and it's early in the season, so NASCAR made the decision to shift it to the Daytona road course. But here's a conundrum. We already had 6 road course races. Now we have 7. So let's get to bantering. Josh, I know you're not happy about it. I don't know how Adam feels, but I'm pissed.
Yeah, I agree. We talked about it when they first announced the schedule, when we were recording the podcast. I don't think there's a need for we got 7 road courses next year. That's an insane number. And then we're just going to keep going to more and more. And I think NASCAR thinks it improves the authenticity of the sport, which I think NASCAR needs to stick to its roots and stick with the ovals. You see, the second race of the season was supposed to be Homestead, Miami. Now they're taking Trucks, Cup, and Xfinity out of Homestead, Miami, and going to the Daytona road course. Didn't like the Daytona road course before. Now we get it for a Clash and the second race of the season, which is going to be points paying. That's way too much at a Daytona road course when I don't even want the Clash there.
I didn't even think about that the Clash is at the road course and not the oval. Wow. Yeah, not a huge fan of Auto Club, but I was honestly didn't want to put it on the podcast. I was thinking the whole time just because California, And then I knew you definitely knew it was going to happen when the 49ers, when they got shut out of their home stadium. They weren't able to play contact sports, and so they had to move to Arizona. But a lot of road course racing that's going to be upcoming, and it should be interesting to watch Chase Elliott and Truex 25 seconds in front of everyone else. So
that's what I was thinking when they announced it. I was like, yeah, it's just going to be the Chase Elliott show all the season. But then we only have one in the playoffs, so I guess we'll see if Chase Elliott can make another championship run.
Yeah, I just, Josh, going back to what you said, the fans, they said they wanted more road courses. Okay, add two more. They got up to the 6th number. They also wanted more short tracks who really didn't get it. They were like, you want a short track? All right, here's Bristol Dirt. It's not what we asked for.
Nashville Super Speedway.
I'm cool with Nashville. That's interesting. But I mean, the road course races are not that interesting. They put up some good finishes, and there are times when you get a good race. But for the most part, you get cars 25 seconds ahead of the others. And it's kind of weird, and especially with there's too much Daytona road course. It is not a NASCAR road course. Same with Indianapolis. They should get rid of Indianapolis. It's not a NASCAR track. Send them to IRP once again, or Lucas Oil. I don't know what they call it, but I think the 7 road course races is not a good move. I mean, they could have sent it to Chicagoland. You had so many options of different tracks you could have put it on. Rockinham's not ready, but you have other tracks that'd be interesting. Kentucky.
Well, Rockingham's holding a Cars Tour race next season, so it is race ready, and NASCAR could go there if they want. I think they're worried about the stand capacity, but if they were worried about capacity, you look at the grandstand at Nashville Super Speedway; they have nothing. It's just one grandstand.
I think the
right
reason
at
they
the
go to
finish.
Rockingham though is because I think it's safe ready for whatever series they're going or is visiting the track, but I don't think it's NASCAR standards. I don't know if they have safer barriers the whole way around the track because that's what NASCAR wants. So I don't think I think it's race ready. It's not NASCAR ready.
Yeah, I just think all tracks by now should need safer barriers and be like the F1 wreck a couple weeks ago. I'm sure y'all saw with Romain Grosjean just going through the guardrail that we have on the interstate. All tracks need safer barriers, and I hope we can get a bunch of these like smaller short tracks or Rockingham, get some old tracks back on the circuit, and let NASCAR's Top Series race at them.
Yeah, I mean They mentioned this on SiriusXM yesterday, but they had to move it to a NASCAR owned track, so Kentucky wouldn't have worked. But you've got Chicagoland, don't have a race this year. You're only using it for one race or for 3 series. You could definitely do a Chicagoland race. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. I mean, maybe they wanted to keep it I don't know, because if you wanted to keep the integrity of the 2-mile race, give Michigan another date. I mean, you had options. I don't know why in the world logistically it makes sense for him to put it at Daytona road course, but you know why? I don't understand. I'm kind of pissed off about it.
The only reason why I could see is because you got the 500 and you implemented the road course, and then you go to Homestead. And so they're keeping it all in Florida. However,
You got to drive back and forth.
I know.
You're going to have an
saying.
absurd amount of wrecked cars. I mean, you're not even going to have the same it doesn't make sense. Because
That's the
haulers
exact point I'm
still going to
going
have to go back and forth.
Well, what if they
It's
make
not
you
like
use
they're
your
staying
clash car?
Florida.
What if they make you use your clash car for the second Daytona race?
Not everyone's going to be in the clash.
Yeah, but maybe the guys that are in it, they already got it down there. I think that might be used as a backup car, but I think they're still going to have to go back and forth.
I mean, they're going to go back and forth regardless. I don't know why would you have it down in Florida? Like, it makes sense half of it makes sense. I mean, you're staying down in Florida. Florida's open. You can have fans in the stands, but I mean, you're still traveling. It's about the same distance. I'm pretty sure it's the same distance to like Chicago to Daytona to Charlotte.
Yeah,
I just don't understand why they're so ready to just rock on it. It's like, hey, Daytona road course, there we go. We've been looking for an excuse to put another crappy road course in. It's not IMSA, it's NASCAR.
Then just drop Homestead. Homestead's one of my favorite races of the year, and Miami's
They didn't
such a
drop
big
Homestead.
market for NASCAR. Homestead was the second race of the season.
They pushed it, so it's the next race.
Okay.
Yeah. Homestead's still there, so it's the new schedule's Daytona 500, Daytona road course, Homestead.
Okay.
So
I thought they were dropping Homestead completely.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. They're trying to replace the race. Wow. Someone's not thinking tonight, but
No.
yeah, I ain't happy about it. Besides that, though, saw a couple of sweet paint schemes today. That's cool.
That William Byron Liberty car is very good looking.
I like the Christopher Bell's Craftsman. That car's sweet. Those are the only two I saw today, though.
Yeah, and then we've had some other interesting silly season news. We got John Hunter Nemechek going down the race for KBM in the Truck Series. You got Corey LaJoy, I think, going to Spire. Wasn't a very surprising move, and we all know he's probably not going to do anything there. But still interesting moves, and you still got Ty Dillon without a ride for 2021.
I think he's going to end up at JTG. I don't see.
Well, Priest and Stenhouse are both
signed?
there. Mm-hmm. They extend. I don't know why JTG would extend Priest, but they signed him for one more year.
Yeah, then I think Ty might drop down to Xfinity.
But where would he go? Because I think Anthony Alfredo or Myatt Snyder or Kaz Gralla at that and go and race full time. Could they bring like a 2-car team back and go with the 8 and the 21 again?
Yeah, that's a possibility. I know Richard would find a way to get his nephew or his grandson into a ride if it truly needed. But I know Ty just doesn't want to have the same issue that Austin's gone through with granddad's money, family money, get him into a ride. I think he's I don't know if he's deserving of a ride, but I think he's a good driver. I think if put in good equipment, he'd be able to race.
I think
I'm not going to say he's deserving right now because Germain Racing's not good.
Yeah, I think their situation is very similar to like the Jeffrey Earnhardt, Dale Earnhardt thing. It's Jeffrey Earnhardt wants to make a name for himself, and he's said it before. He's like, I don't want to be known for being related to Dale Jr. and getting a junior motorsports ride. And Jeffrey's done his own thing and work up through Joe Gibbs Racing and just various opportunities. I don't think Jeffrey's ever going to be what Dale did, but it's like very like similar how Ty doesn't want to be associated with, he only has a ride with blah, blah, blah because of his granddad. And Austin has that. Is he deserving of the Cup ride? Some say yes, some say no, but
I say yes. So what he did this season, it was a freaking great season.
It was great what he did this season, but I think like past seasons, I think there's better fits for that ride.
Leave it in the past, dude. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what Austin Dillon can wheel up next year. Him and Reddick.
I think Tyler Reddick's going to surprise a lot of people.
I think Austin Dillon could have 2 wins next year.
What tracks?
I don't know.
Oh.
I see him taking another 1.5 miles, maybe Kansas or Texas again, and then maybe looking at him winning a Daytona race. He seems to be pretty solid there, won a 500, and raced really well when he raced Xfinity. All right, well, that was the first episode of Behind the Wall Banter. We're going to keep trying to do it every week or so whenever we got hot topics coming up in the NASCAR world. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.